Leo, welcome to this reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. You might find it resonates more if Leo is your moon or rising sign. Okay, we have, if I give in to you, you will have the power to break both my heart and mind. I can't survive that. When I thought about how bad I hurt you, I literally cried. So I think that's an answer to yes, they do feel bad. I didn't really believe in marriage until I met you. Okay, so messages there from the divine masculine energy, and if you resonate with that energy, it looks like maybe you've had a change of perspective here. You may have become more awakened in certain ways, and you might be seeing things differently. But I can see already this reading looks like it's for people who maybe are in absolutely no communication or very little communication, because it seems here one person is hurt, the other person has done the hurting and is apologetic, but there hasn't been a good conversation about this. So there's still a question of do you even care that you hurt me? Maybe this person over here, the divine masculine energy, is wondering, will I be given another chance? Has this divine feminine energy forgiven me? Okay, so let's get some tarot. So this is the Deviant Moon Tarot, and this was a gift from Carol. Okay, this is the first time I'm using the deck, so let's see. Okay, Spirit, what messages please from my viewer's person to my viewer? Oh, my throat, goodness. I feel there's some difficulty with speaking their truth. Okay. So let's see, we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have Temperance, Sagittarius energy here. The Hermit, Virgo. Oh wow, the Emperor, Aries. Look at all this major arcana. So there could be several people involved, or this could be, the different energies coming through. The Emperor does go with that card saying that your person needs to stay in control because they kind of don't want to be consumed by this, or they're worried about the power you would have to hurt them. Not that you would, but it's a fear. Okay, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse. It did start to come out in the upright, which makes me think that for a long time your person's saying, I saw that there was an opportunity here, but I didn't do too much about it. I could have done more. Okay, we have the Six of Swords. The Lovers, very interesting. Gemini energy. There's something about the intensity of this connection, mind, body, spirit, that freaks your person out or has done in the past. I think they've pushed you away, they panicked, they maybe thought they were going crazy, asking themselves, what is this? It's really interesting that in this deck there's a snake biting his ankle, and he's completely unaware of it. So you may have taken this person by surprise. This whole connection may have taken this person by surprise. Okay, let's see. I'm seeing that they think about you a lot at night, mostly. That's when they allow themselves to be more free in terms of their thinking. I'm hearing that they allow themselves to go there. So I think during the day, they say, if a thought comes up about you, they're like, no, I'm going to shut that off. But at night, they let themselves indulge. And we have the Tower. Scorpio energy, my goodness, there are so many major arcana here. And on the back we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, this person has been wrestling with themselves. Do I give in to this connection? Is it going to be good for me? Do I resist this connection? And it's created this whole world, this inner turmoil here. This person's realizing, or will realize very soon if they haven't already, that this need to stay in control, it's not working out. It cannot go on for much longer. It's not going to work in their favor ultimately. Your person here could have a big decision to make, something that they're taking this very seriously, but it's pushing them to go inwards as well. It's not a decision they're making by asking every single person they meet what they think. It's something they're saying, I've got to decide this from within. I feel that there's something here about before this connection came up, your person lived a very peaceful, balanced life. It's not to say that it was necessarily perfect, even happy or satisfying. I think satisfying is the right word here. They weren't really satisfied, but they were just sort of going along quite comfortably, not feeling very disturbed, but feeling a bit lonely, maybe unfulfilled as well. And then your connection came along and it seemed to fill in all of the gaps, you know, all of the feelings of, well, there must be something more than this. You know, is this what relationships are? Feeling lonely even if you're with someone, you know, if they were with someone or are with the 10 of coins. But at the same time, the areas in which they were feeling grounded, like money, home, perhaps, stability, that was missing from your connection. And I think there was a reluctance here to go forward with the emotional side of things, you know. With the Emperor here, this person might really value what they have in the 3D and how things look. Tell me about the Hermit, please. Oh yes, Queen of Wands in reverse. So I feel this is your energy, whether you're a fire sign or not. For me, the Queen of Wands is a feminine energy who is very desirable. Sometimes this can be like the other woman or the other man, or it's just someone, you know, many people want to be with, but for some reason this person's out of reach. They're very attractive, physically, energetically, very confident, very warm. And I feel with this card coming up in reverse, this person, honestly, I think you scared them, you know, not that you were doing anything to scare them, but I think they were intimidated or scared of this connection and they ran away and hid. And they didn't show you, you know, maybe respect or appreciation, and that's kind of why we're asking, do you care that you hurt me? Maybe they thought you were invincible, you know, and of course no one is. Okay, anything else, please? I'm seeing in the past that they chose something else or someone else. They feel now that they chose wrong. They chose in favour of the 3D, of their pentacles, of their stability. And look, that may well be blowing up anyway. So it could be they're losing a job or money or a home or family or friends, you know, whatever they chose instead of you. Of course, if it's a partnership, another partnership, that might be falling down around them. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So they pulled away. They now know, clearer than anything else, that you are their 2 of Cups, you are the one for them. So this person is making an emotional return. They're not speaking about this, but it's going on within. Yeah, look, Ace of Wands, I really felt that you brought the passion they were missing, and they had this opportunity and they did not act on it in the past. Okay, tell us more about the Tower, please. Is there anything here about the Tower that you can share? Yeah, Temperance in the reverse. You see, this person was saying, no, I need to have my peace, my balance at all costs. And Spirit's saying, no, you know, you can't. You've got to rock the boat here. You've got to make some changes. You cannot go on how you have been. We have the Page of Cups on the back. And this did slip out when I was doing my pre-shuffling before switching on the camera. So some of you will be getting a message from this person. Something small, but a message nonetheless. Okay, so let's continue with our messages. Now, I also have a link to this deck in the description as well, if you like this one. I think I'm getting better at shuffling this. The first time I tried, I mean, you could definitely get a lot of messages here. I wasn't so successful, but yeah, I think I'm getting better. Okay. I'm being held in a prison of some sort, or self-imposed. Either way, I'm doing my best to get myself out of this and will reach out as soon as I can. Please don't worry about me. Okay, and that's interesting, isn't it, with the Tower coming up as well. I think this person's prison might be work, money, or family, or possibly some ego issues as well, pride, you know, worrying about how people look, wanting to seem accomplished, you know, people saying, oh, look at your house, it's amazing, isn't it? It's got 5 bedrooms and it's detached and you've got 3 garages, or whatever else, you know, whereas they're saying, well, if you and I move together, I have to leave the house behind, I have to start again. And that was a problem for them in the past. It was an ego worry. It might not be, you know, now or for much longer. Okay, let's see. You are seriously, literally the answer to my prayers, my dream girl or boy. Say you'll say yes if I ask. I'm so nervous because I'm seriously planning to propose or elope. Wow, get ready. Okay. So as I was saying at the beginning, it doesn't seem there's been a conversation here since there was some hurt or some pain, and this person's wondering, will you accept me? You know, if I do this maneuver here, if I do a 180 and come back, will you say yes? Okay, we have, trust me, I'm just as frustrated as you. I just have to figure some things out before I can make this right. I don't want to involve you in all the boring or dramatic details. Just know I've got this. Yes, okay, so there's definitely something going on behind the scenes with their 3D world. Okay, let's see. What else, please? I keep comparing others to you. And I know for some of you, you find that annoying, actually, almost as if to say, well, why? To be fair, I'm kind of with you. I mean, I guess this could happen unintentionally. They could be talking to someone and then, they could just think, oh, this person's not as funny as you are, or they're a bit boring, or, they'd rather be talking to you. Okay, I just got sidetracked. Yes, so in the past, maybe they didn't make you a priority. Now they're realising that was a silly distraction, whatever it was. Oh, the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Yeah, okay. So for some of you, not all of you, this person may have been flirtatious. They may have wandered off to be with someone else. And they're realising that was a mistake. I don't know how you feel anymore. You are never far from my mind. Yeah, I do believe that, and especially like I said, when it's nighttime or evening and they're relaxing, and they don't have any distractions, and they don't feel that they need to be doing something else instead. Okay, I'm all over the place. What do you want? Yeah, there's lots of uncertainty here about how you're feeling about them at this time. Perhaps that's why, we get the Page of Cups, quite a tentative, small message. We have, I'm so stubborn. Yes, I think they have certainly been, and they're admitting it now, they're seeing it, they're owning up to it, and perhaps realising where this stubbornness has held your connection back, or even sabotaged it in some ways in the past. I underestimated you. I underestimated this connection. I think it was a deliberate blindness. I didn't want to see how powerful it was. I wanted to believe maybe it was just about lust. Just want what you can't have. So there's some fear, what do you want? Do you just want what you can't have? If you can have me, if I come forward, will you get bored of me? Will you decide I'm not everything you were hoping for? So definitely some doubt and insecurities there. Maybe this person played games in the past and kept you at a distance so that you would keep chasing and they would get confirmation repeatedly that you did want them. We have, it's not just lust, it's love. Exactly. They perhaps tried to tell themselves it was just lust in the past. Oh, we have lies. Okay, I might clarify that. Okay, let's see. We have, I want to live with you. Okay, so yeah, very serious. Some of you might feel that this person did lie to you or betrayed you in the past. Maybe they led you on, made you feel that something very serious was going to happen, and then they took no action or nothing did happen. We have, I've been so patient and wish I could change your family and or friends. So for those of you where you are in maybe another connection here, or you have other people in the way who aren't really a fan of your person's saying, I'm trying to do my best to be patient, but it's getting to me. These people in our way are getting to me. Okay, so lies. What can you tell us about lies, please, Spirit? We have the Chariot. Yeah, Page of Wands in reverse and the Chariot. I feel this is for the times where your person has said or suggested or shown, yes, I'm ready to move forward. I know where we're going. I'm taking decisive action, but it's always felt like a false start or empty promises, empty words. So they're acknowledging this as well. We have Cancer energy here too. Okay, so let's get some messages, so some signifiers to show us a little bit more about your person here, and also what's going on for them in the 3D at this time that they feel it's important to share with you. So where is their focus being drawn? We have financially comfortable. Yes, you know, that's coming out first here. We have the Ten of Pentacles coming out first. I do feel their finances, their, you know, comfortable way of life have been a priority. Maybe they, as I said, they didn't want to uproot themselves from something that felt very established and safe and grounded, or your person was really working towards that and they didn't want to make time for love, romance, you know, or anything like that. We have non-smoker. Insomniac, so they're not sleeping too well. Maybe this is someone who does tend to have insomnia. We have lives close by. Okay, so if they don't, they could be saying they're wanting to live close by. You know, it says I want to live with you. They might have thought about it, or they might even have looked up, you know, property by you to see how feasible would it be. We have self-employed. So this could be, we did have the Emperor, this could be an entrepreneur, this could be someone who works for themselves, by themselves even. Okay, we have drugs. When non-smoker comes out, usually the card that says smoker or drugs will come out as well. So there's something here, it doesn't literally have to be drugs and smoking, but there's something here, your person's saying, I have a habit that's maybe not the most productive for me and I'm trying to change it. So, you know, they might be feeling, especially with the not sleeping as well, that they've got to make some changes in favor of their health. And I think, you know, yes, exactly, see, smoker. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do, but you know, it's not an overnight thing. But they're kind of saying, look, I'm trying to work on my stubbornness. I'm trying to face my fears. I'm trying to be, you know, like a healthier, more productive version of myself. So there are all these changes going on behind the scenes. I think you have inspired this person endlessly, if I'm honest. It hasn't been the quickest journey, but you know, these things often aren't. Yeah, and we have early riser. So again, insomniac, early riser. These cards often come out together to show that your person is, their brain is very active. They're probably not getting enough rest at this time. Okay, let's get one more. Oh my gosh, just gonna say night owl. Night owl always comes out as well with early riser. That's crazy. Yeah, okay, and we have in a relationship. So we know this for some of you, your person is in another relationship. They're clearly not happy there though, if they are. Okay, right, so let's keep going. Oh, and if you want to leave a question for the question one card draw on a Friday, please just leave it in the comments. We have smart, so this is someone who is smart in some sort of way, maybe bright, intelligent, maybe they love to learn new things, watch, I don't know, documentaries, that sort of thing, just generally quite interested in things, in life, in, you know, always wanting to absorb information. We have a yes. Okay, maybe they're confirming, yes, that's me. Okay. Oh, we have jealous. So they have a jealous streak. They might, if they're watching you, they might be seeing something that's making them jealous, whether that's your intention or not. They could just be jealous if other people are speaking with you and around you, but they're not, you know. We have loud. I didn't really get that so much from this person. They could be loud. I mean, they're saying they are, so I have no reason to, you know, disbelieve them, but didn't really come across in the energy. I'm wondering if this person sometimes has a facade. You know, maybe they can be an extrovert when they're around people, but truly they're quite a quiet person who likes peace. Yeah, look, daydreamer, you see? I think this person has like an outside face that they put on, and it's very different really to who they are in their home, and maybe the sides that you have seen as well. We have artistic or creative, so yeah, a dreamer, someone who is artistic or creative. They might often, you know, if they can envision something, they create it in some way. We have, yeah, look, peaceful, exactly, right underneath loud, just what I was feeling. I'm interested. Let me know if you see this peaceful side in your person, you know, if that message resonates. That they have this sort of sometimes loud exterior, or they're, yes, very charismatic and the center of attention, but actually they have this very dreamy side to them. Ooh, and they're highly sexual. Well, they are when it comes to you, that is for sure, with the Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands, and we have Taurus underneath. So you really like this person's fire. You know, like I said, what was missing for them was passion, attraction to something or someone, and here you are. Because I don't feel it's just that they were saying, well, I haven't been attracted to anyone in a while, or you know, if they're with someone, I'm not attracted to my partner. I feel it was just a general sort of almost like an apathy for life. Oh, I'm comfortable, I'm just meandering, I'm going along, but no, you know, excitement. And then here this connection is, or here you came.